What's up, board fam? Eric here, and we have one more video clip from Katie's channel going over the drama between the quartering and Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, Yellow Flash, all of those guys. If you missed those two videos, I will link them up here so you can go and check them out. They're both on the channel now, live for you to watch. But essentially what happened is the quartering was streaming. He was talking about the culture war being dead, no lies detected. He's right about that. He was talking about the channels like Geeks and Gamers Nerdrotic being on decline, no lies detected. He's right about that. Basically, everything he was saying was pretty much based when it comes to like the way YouTube's algorithm is no longer promoting that kind of content. 100% right. Trust me, I wouldn't say the quartering was right unless he was actually right about something. And he was right about this. And then Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers on a live stream with him and his panel decided to crash out and have a cope session about it. And they were all fucking in their feelings about it and stuff like that. So this is another clip. This one is just Jeremy by himself reacting to Kino Casino, where they're talking about this. And I want to see this because I want to hear what Kino Casino says and what Jeremy says here in relation to what was said on the live stream. Now, this is the last clip. This will probably be the last time we talk about this unless there's more drama out there. So grab some popcorn, grab a drink. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Clip, clip, snip, snip.
Now, I gotta... Last night, for those of you that were watching, I have to address something really quick, okay? I didn't ask for this, by the way. I did not ask for this. But it fell at my doorstep, okay?
Okay.
So last night during Cobra Cast, many of you were saying, yo, Jeremy, Kino Casino is reacting to you. And I'm like, Kino Casino, I love those guys, but why are they reacting to me? Usually it's because they're roasting. They're like, no, man. The quartering was talking about you in one of his videos, so Kino Casino was reacting to Cobra Cast. I'm like, what the fuck was the quartering talking about me for? Now, I have no problems with Jeremy. I like Jeremy from the quartering.
He keeps saying that. Bro, you don't have to say that. Just get on with it. Get on with it. Like, none of you guys really like each other. So saying you don't have a problem with someone isn't necessarily saying that you like them. So it's like this disclaimer shit. Just move on.
You know, we've always been cool. But like, Jeremy brought me up and other channels, I guess, to justify why he claims his channel has fallen off.
I guess. So you don't know. You're assuming that's why he did it. And I said in my other video that that assumption could be correct. I wouldn't put it past, quartering for doing that. But you don't know for sure.
And I'm like, what? So let's watch a little bit of this. I have not watched all of this. I just skimmed through it last night. So let's check out this part with Kino Casino really quick. Hail Kino Casino.
By the way, Kino Casino is a drama channel. It's a drama stream. So I don't really keep up with them very much, and they're pretty much, I don't think they're really on YouTube. Maybe they are. I think their channel's gone or they just put up clips or whatever, but they primarily stream other places. But it's just a drama channel.
Like, by the way, it's not proof that he's not buying them like you are, Jerry, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, so I mean, when I say subs mean nothing, it's just that in terms of the overall scope, all that matters is how you interact with your audience. Audience retention is all that matters.
That's false. That's not true. Click-through rate matters. Thumbnails, titles matter. Whether YouTube is promoting your channel matters. Whether you're getting engagement in your comment section matters. Those things all matter. Saying that like retention is the only thing that matters is not true.
Because the reason subs don't matter in terms of the number anymore is because of YouTube Shorts.
That's okay. Subs still matter, but the reason why they matter less is because of YouTube Shorts. That's actually real. YouTube Shorts does affect or artificially inflate channels' subscribers base. Like it does. That is a true statement. But that's not it's not a one-to-one thing. It's not 100%.
Subs can be completely blown out of proportion by YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, that's true.
You have 3 different audiences now on YouTube.
Okay.
You have YouTube Shorts, you have live streaming, and you have long form, short form content.
Right.
3 different audiences, and there's not a lot of overlap between all of those audiences.
There is a little bit. Live stream and video view, like long form video viewers, do overlap a little bit. Shorts are kind of in their own little bubble, which is why a lot of people have been screaming like put shorts in their own app, but YouTube's not going to do that because shorts gives a good metric on the main app, so they're not going to do that. But it would help creators if shorts, like it would help creators doing this for money if shorts were split off from main channels. But that's just not something I think YouTube cares about.
There's not, especially with YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts, do not watch live streams and they don't watch long form content.
True.
They watch TikTok bullshit.
Last year gained,
That's true.
Way more. Oh, if we look at views, look at this.
Okay.
Go back to
It's still good though. That's what
It's
monthly?
still
The fact that he's bringing Gary's analytics into this and then he brings my analytics into this is crazy.
It's public information. It's like he's not doing this behind closed doors. I can literally go to Social Blade and pull up your information. I can go to your channel and mathematically deduce like subs to views ratio. All of this can be figured out mathematically. It takes a little more time, but you can figure it out. This is all public stuff. So you're mad that he made it public to everybody, but it's already public.
First of all, Gary and Critical Drinker are basically the two biggest movie reviewers on YouTube. Yes, you got Jeremy Johns in there too, and I love Jeremy Johns, but like Gary and Drinker are the two top dogs in the entire movie review world.
Yes, and the point is they're seeing like a slowdown in content. I've already done this. I did a wellness check on Nerdrotic. It's on my channel. It's like from a month ago. It's very clear that over the years he's slowed down a lot, right? So just the size of the channel, which by the way, didn't you just make an argument about this? Didn't you just make an argument a second ago about subs not mattering? You just made that argument. So what difference does it make whose channel is the largest? When your argument about like none of this mattering a second ago hinged on artificially inflated subscribers. So what difference does that make?
They are the guys. Gary gets between
Doesn't matter.
5,000 and 8,000 live stream viewers on his solo live streams. Friday Night Tights is the biggest live stream in the entire entertainment sphere.
That's not true. There are bigger live streams. I mean, there's a lot of people that do live streams in the entertainment sphere that are bigger than Nerdrotic. In this fandom, in this niche area of YouTube, he does have the biggest podcast. That is true, or live stream. But that doesn't really mean anything. That doesn't mean that your overall, the health of your channel is good because a specific live stream does really well. I know this. There's lots of channels that do live streams where all the other content they have out there falls off a cliff.
And all of his videos do minimum 500,000 views.
That's also not true. That's not true. It's another fault. I've already done the math on this. That's not true.
So he goes and pulls Geeks and Gamers up here in a minute.
If we were on Rumble right now, we'd have 100K watching.
I think so. I think
You
so.
would. You would.
50K in 2 days isn't so bad. You said this year. You're right. You got me there. I was talking about last year. People are unplugging altogether, and like the culture war shit just isn't popular anymore.
That is such bullshit.
Then why aren't you still doing it? I said this on the other video. If culture war shit is really popular, why did you start doing political streams? Why did you stop uploading content on Geeks and Gamers? If it was so financially lucrative, you would still be making that content.
That is such bullshit what Jeremy is saying right here.
Man, he's mad.
If his whole angle is trying to justify why his channel is not getting the views it used to, you know why, Quartering? It's because you turned your fucking channel into a goddamn advertisement for Rumble. And no fucking body cares about Rumble. You spent 50% of every fucking video telling everybody that was watching to stop watching me on YouTube and go over to fucking Rumble because you had a fucking contract with Rumble.
Now, I will say there is some truth in that. There is truth in that. Like, if somebody is spending a vast majority of their time promoting something else than their content, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to people's videos, right? And I'm watching 30 seconds of it, and they spend 2 minutes promoting some random thing. It does hurt your channel. Now, as a creator, you certainly should be able to put up a promotional video once or twice a month that people want to reach out to you. I've never accepted any promo stuff, but it's been like sent to me in my email. But if you want to do that, that's fine, but you can't make your entire channel about that. However, I don't think that's the only factor that's hurting his channel when he's showing you with these analytics here, when he's showing you these graphs that do have a downward trend for other creators making culture war content. If they're not also doing the same thing that he's doing, then that can't be the only reason why.
And then the other time that you weren't talking about Rumble, you were talking about your retarded sponsor for that video. Because when you are controlled by sponsors, What you have to do is you have to invent topics to talk about so you can make a fucking video so you can get paid by the retarded sponsor.
The R slurs are crazy, man. I'm seeing it less and like this community is still like pushing it, but I'm seeing it less and less in IRL. So that's good. It's good to know that most people don't have to offend an entire community of people because the only insult they can think of is the R slur.
That's what happened to your fucking channel.
I mean, YouTube's also full of AI slop. Who's another big, you said Geeks and Gamers? Okay. I mean, I know how this is going to work out. You guys, I know the numbers, right?
The beautiful thing here is that Jeremy claims he knows the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Yet Jeremy has no idea of the actual context of the numbers.
Oh.
So anybody that watches me knows.
Context of the number. What does that even mean? Context of the numbers. The fun thing about numbers, right? The fun thing about this is if you tell someone that you're going to give them $50, but you only give them $45, and they're like, you're supposed to give me 50. Well, you don't understand the context. You don't understand the context of the numbers.
I have all but stopped making videos for Geeks and Gamers for the past 2 fucking years.
Right.
So what's going to happen if I stop making videos for 2 fucking years consistently on Geeks and Gamers?
Then the metrics will adjust for your upload schedule and still show the correct percentage of viewers versus watch time. Right? It's like not everybody makes 10 videos a week. And YouTube's system has to adjust for people who output different amounts of videos. So if tomorrow I stopped uploading videos completely, in about a month, if I come back to my channel and I look at my analytics, it's going to adjust for that. It's going to see that, and it's going to understand that I haven't uploaded content. And it will tell me in a little box, it'll say watch time versus XYZ or whatever on my channel, but the percentage is going to be correct. It'll be accurate. So if you are saying, because there's 2 ways to look at this. If Jeremy is saying that he doesn't understand the context of the numbers, so I stopped uploading videos, so therefore that's why my views are down. Okay, great. But your views are still down. So if you're somebody looking at the channel from the outside, it's still accurate. Your views are still down. Hence meaning that you're not making content about something because, as I said in the other video, because it's no longer profitable for you. So you've moved on to something else. So nothing you're saying changes the reality of the numbers being down, and they're down because you're not making content because the content isn't doing well on YouTube anymore. Everything you're saying here is just justifying what he is saying, what Jeremy is saying. Well, I should say quartering because there's 2 Jeremys. What the quartering is saying. You're just justifying that. You're just proving him right.
Views are going to completely plummet and subs are going to completely plummet, right? So let's listen to see if he gives that context.
Do you think it stops at a certain point? Like the percentage, like at one point you had 500,000 subscribers. You stop uploading videos and then it stays at 500,000 subscribers. And when you look at the chart, it shows that your video views per, versus subscribers doesn't change. So when your subs go down, it still thinks you have 500,000 subscribers. So that's the math it's giving you.
Or if he uses those numbers to try to justify his channel's down because my channel's down.
You think this guy's killing it?
Well, hang on, Jeremy. Let's see if I am killing it. Let's go to the super chat numbers for 2024.
Super chats are not, he's not talking about super chats. I hate, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. He is looking at a graph about subscribers growth and the metrics of your channel in terms of views. He's not talking about super chats. This is like comparing 2 different things. Hey man, you're not getting paid on a paycheck this week. For some reason at your job, you're not getting paid on a paycheck this week. That sucks. That means you're not getting money from that paycheck. Yeah, I'm not getting a paycheck. What do you know? I'm getting tips. I wasn't talking about tips. I was talking about your paycheck. Well, I'm getting tips. So what do you know? That's what he's doing here. He's comparing super chats and tips to a completely different, these 2 things are not the same. These are not the same. But let's see what he does.
In the United States of America, For the entire United States of America, for the entire year of 2024, D-Day Cobra finished number 8 in the country. Geeks and Gamers finished number 15 in the country.
Right.
2 channels in the top 15 in the entire United States of a fucking America.
Right, because you're good at grifting. This doesn't look good for you, bro. It doesn't look good for you. You're making a lot of super chats on these channels because you live stream and you grift while you're live streaming, like you're doing right now. This is why you get the super chats. But he wasn't talking about super chats. You're in your feelings about the money thing, even though I don't think at this point in the video, he was even talking about money. He was talking about subs and views. You went directly to money. And you know why? Because this is the only thing these guys care about. It's the only thing. And so in his mind, he's like, well, he must be talking about money. Great, you're making super chats. I don't think he said anything about that. Wonderful. Congratulations. Literally doesn't change anything that he's saying about your channel.
So yeah, I think I'm killing it, Jeremy. I think I'm crushing it. And then let's go to 2025.
This is all irrelevant.
D-Day Cobra finishes number 11. Geeks and Gamers finishes number 27 in the fucking country. And even though we dropped on the number, the revenue actually went up.
Oh, right.
So yeah, I think I'm killing it.
I don't think I understand the context of the math on that one, but continue.
I think I'm killing it. But we can continue to build your narrative that my channel's dying.
Look what happened.
He's down. He's down.
Starting in July,
Everyone's
less than a
down.
million views every month.
While he's down.
Look at July.
Look at how uncomfortable Jeremy is right now, how he's like fidgeting in his chair and stuff. This is making him so mad. He's got to pull his dick out and put it on the table because somebody said his dick was small. Actually, no, that's not even it, because he's comparing super chats to like subscribers and watch time. Somebody said his dick was small, so he pulls his nuts out on the table. That's what he's doing here. That's essentially what's happening. And it's really funny to me because he's so angry that somebody in his own bubble is saying the quiet part out loud. And that's why everyone, like Kino Casino and all these guys, this is why they're talking about it. Because they don't need someone in their own ranks saying the culture war is dead. It's not a good look for them. Like, Quartering did some shit that's not a good look for them.
Last year, 4.6 million, 3.2 million,
How much is
last
he
year.
making?
Literally stopped making videos. As a matter of fact, it's only recent that I've started making videos again. And guess what? Now that I'm making videos again, look at there. So 40, let's say I started making videos right here.
Okay.
20K, 37K, 5K, 31K, 41K, 50.
By the way, that's all bad for his channel based on the amount of subs he has. It's still a bad percentage, which is what those graphs are doing. It's like watch time, engagement, stuff like that. All of that's bad. So you can make 1,000 videos and it doesn't matter because the percentages are going to be what they are. Like, that's what I mean. Like, he doesn't understand the charts that Jeremy is looking, that Quartering, I keep saying Jeremy. Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, doesn't understand the charts that the Quartering is showing. He's going through and doing all the wrong comparisons.
50K. That was only got 6. 115,000, 55,000, 94,000, 57,000. That one's tracking 2 out of the last 10. And my just upload there is tracking 3 out of 10. So, what happens is when you make videos, people watch. When you don't make them, people don't watch. I stopped
Right, and the percentage is accounting for that.
making fucking videos.
Pissing off everyone else in the space. But the thing is, not everybody's as sensitive and paper thin skinned as Jer, so they probably don't give a fuck at all. You know.
Oh, I'm petty as fuck. So, but typically I don't.
And soft as fuck. This reaction is so fucking soft. It's like all of the leftist screaming libs that you talk about, right? All that shit, it's being reflected right here in you. This is the projection stuff that I mean. Like, they project on everybody else, but deep down inside, this is them. They're just fucking fragile egos, like just running amok in this fucking community.
Respond to this shit, but like, I like the Quartering. I got no beef from the Quartering.
Again,
but so I
disclaimer
I found out about this last night. And I'm like, why the fuck is he bringing me into his channel issues? Why is he saying my channel's dead? Quartering, the reason I'm able to do what I do is because my channel has been so fucking successful.
The thing is, I don't think he is. Look, again, I'm not defending him. I think he's talking about the culture war dying and channels sailing along in terms of like relevancy on YouTube. And that is essentially what's happening. When you've got people super chatting you, the same people super chatting you like $100, $150, $200 a show, yeah, of course your super chats are going to be high. But that doesn't mean anything. You can have 10 people super chat you $100 each and inflate those numbers. All of that is smoke and mirrors. And yeah, the money is real. So of course you're all about it. Everybody loves to feel, good, like the people that are there watching them or supporting them. Everybody does. And I won't take that away from you. But that has nothing to do with the life of your content on YouTube existing in the ecosystem. Literally, it has nothing to do with that.
Like, that's why. This isn't complicated. Like, he lives in
Apparently
this
it
world where
is.
if you aren't getting, like, if I would have been doing shorts, getting massive views off shorts, my views would be through the roof. But guess what? There's no revenue in shorts. There's no money in shorts. But
That's true. Like I said, I'm not going to say they're lying if they're not lying. It is true. Shorts for revenue is not good. Revenue for shorts is not good. So I will give him that. But that still wouldn't matter because that kind of engagement isn't going to do well as like long form engagement on YouTube in terms of like sustaining viewers and stuff like that. So you would be giving up one metric for another because the watch time and the engagement is what you want. You don't want to sacrifice one for the other.
his analytics breakdown right here would have shown I have big views. It's ridiculous that he's brought me and Gary into this.
And then you don't have to be beholden to advertisers. And
Correct.
You
Correct. We are not tied to advertisers. None of my channels, none of my company is tied to advertisers.
Okay.
Now, we have a few, sponsor deals here and there. And it's nice to have those.
So you say it's not tied at all, but then you have a few. So you're just lying. You just straight up lied. Okay, continue.
But that's why you don't see me just scraping the bottom of the fucking barrel to make a video so that I can get a sponsor ad read worked into a video. And the audience sees through this shit. The audience sees through.
Or you don't get offers because people don't want to put it on culture war shit because it doesn't work. Like you're presenting this like you're turning down so many people that want to come through and put ads on your videos. We don't know that. You're saying that we don't know that. I don't know that. I wouldn't brag about that and be like, oh, I don't ever do that, right? I have no reason to do that. It's so much that it would ruin my channel. If I could get a sponsor that worked for my channel, somebody that was putting out stuff that was relevant to the people that are watching my content, I would consider it. I'd consider doing it a couple times a month or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But to seem like you're doing some great thing because you don't have sponsors, sponsors are sponsors. You can pick them up, drop them. It's not that big of a deal.
You're just making content just so you can roll something out there so you can throw your 30 or 60 second bullshit ad read in so you can get fucking paid. And they don't continue to watch that shit. They don't give a fuck about Rumble. If they give a fuck about Rumble, they'll go to Rumble. Tell them about Rumble one time and shut the fuck up about it. You spend half your video telling people on a platform to go to another platform.
I don't disagree with this. I don't disagree with this. I think it's egregious to constantly tell people to go watch me somewhere else.
Because Rumble fucking sucks.
That's crazy. I'm
on Rumble right now. Just to be clear, for anybody that wants to say, well, Jeremy's just upset because he doesn't have any thing on Rumble. Oh, really? On Rumble. Right here. 114,000 followers on Rumble.
Okay.
How about Sports Wars? My sports channel? 118,000 followers on Rumble. Okay. How about random fucking Geeks and Gamers Play? 49,000 followers on Rumble. Okay. Geeks and Gamers Clips. How about that one?
This is a crash out. This is officially a crash out right now. Like we are witnessing grown man crashing out because another person pulled up a graph and showed that his views are down. That's what this is. That's what we're doing here. If you are doing so good, bro, why do you care? Are your feelings really that hurt?
25,000 followers on Rumble. Collectively, we have 350,000 followers on Rumble.
Okay.
So yes, I'm on Rumble.
What does that have to do with anything? Like, you didn't need to point that out. Like, we get it. He advertises Rumble too much. Got it. Noted.
The point being is that Quartering spends 50% of his fucking video telling 95% of his audience to go somewhere that they don't want to go.
100,000. 25%. And it's not anything that they did.
it literally is something I did. I stopped making fucking videos at the level I was making them.
We've already covered this.
Was something I did, Quartering. The fuck do you not understand about this? Why are you trying to make us complicit in your downfall? The fuck does it have to do with me? Why are you pretending you understand my channel and my network? I have 10 fucking channels. I have a website with a full editorial staff. I have a partnership with another website. We have a partnership with Criticless as well. I have merchandise. I have all types of shit going on.
Is that culture war stuff? Because that's where we started. We started with the statement from Quartering that culture war content is not doing as well on YouTube as it used to. So we ended up looking at a couple of channels that stopped making culture war content and their views dropped off. That's the point he was making. Still, with all of this screaming and yelling and chest thumping and dick measuring that Jeremy Geeks and Gamers is doing here, has not successfully rebutted anything that Quartering has shown on his screen. So you concede that your views were down, and you concede they're down because you stopped making videos, but somehow he's still wrong about it. And we're still crashing out over here.
I have the Geeks and Gamers channel. I have a theme park channel. I have a sports channel. I have my personal channel. We have spin-off channels. We have duplicate channels like Geeks and Gamers 2, D-Day Cobra 2. But he's going to sit.
And the reason why you did that, this is the fun fact behind that. The reason why you have multiple copy channels is because you realize that the slop you were putting out, the culture war shit you were putting out, wasn't hitting like it was before. So you tried to jump into the algorithm and start again on another channel to get a fresh start to see, is it my channel? Is my channel not doing well? Let me start a second one and put the content up on that channel and see if it does better. And then when it doesn't, and it does the same shit that this channel, your first channel did, you're like, well, maybe that's not working. Let me start a second channel to my other second channel and see how it does over there. Because you have no reason to have that many channels if you're not uploading videos. Let me put this in perspective. If you are a content creator where you're making more than 3 videos a day, going up every single day, and you want to avoid YouTube's punishment for making too much content, you make a second channel where you upload additional content like the stuff you're already uploading on another channel so you can get 6 videos out a day. Or if you want a live streaming channel or a shorts channel, you would differentiate those by making them separate channels if you don't want them all together on the same channel. But there's no reason to add a second or third channel to yours if you're not uploading videos, unless you realize there's something wrong with your content and the algorithm doesn't love you anymore. That's the only reason you would do that.
There and go, it's not my fault that my views have dropped. It's literally my fault because I stopped making fucking videos.
And he's still
Good Lord.
He's still right.
He says, ironic Quartering is going off on Candace Owens for burning bridges, yet what he did can start to burn bridges with his internet friends. Yeah, like I said, I've never had a bad thing to say about Quartering, never had any issues with him whatsoever. And I don't really have any issues with him now. For me, this is like, you hit me, I'm going to hit back twice as hard. Quartering, I guess, has gotten mad at me in the past because I talk shit about Rumble whenever he would promote it. And I would say, well, yeah, Rumble's great and all when you have a fucking contract with them. But if you're not paid, you can actually be honest and say that the platform is dog shit. And I ratioed him a few times on Twitter by calling out Rumble because he was kissing up to Rumble.
That's great. I ratioed him when he talked about Rumble. That's what I did. I ratioed him, even though he's got a contract with Rumble, which means he was getting paid to be over there. So you're ignoring that. That's the context of the numbers. You don't understand the context of the numbers.
So I kept saying, no, Rumble sucks, but I'm not paid by them, so I can say that. And I know you can't because you have a fucking contract. But yeah, so this is weird to bring me and Gary into this.
But so it's like, okay, we don't take personal accountability or responsibility for anything. Instead, we blame external circumstances. Isn't that like a leftist mentality?
Correct. So Quartering trying to say that it's not my fault when it is my fault for something that I fully control is 100% leftist ideology and mentality.
So what he was trying to do is he was trying to give you a softball on that one. You know what I mean? Like that's what he was doing essentially. Like if he really was like had no issues with you or whatever, and he was like, I don't want to piss off Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, I'm gonna throw a softball, right? So I'm not gonna do a slam dunk. I'm gonna throw whatever sports reference you want to use. I'm not a sports person, so I don't fucking know. But he wants to throw him a softball, right? So that way it doesn't look like he's actually going in on him. So like it's not anything they did, right? It's just that culture war is dying. And you immediately got in your feelings anyway. So the whole thing he was doing was trying to go easy on you. Didn't matter because he didn't realize how fucking soft you were.
That's what it is. And so it's
didn't realize
just
how much of a
ridiculous
baby you
when he
are.
doesn't fully understand any of the shit he's talking about.
He does.
Yes, it's
He does. 100% he does. Like that's the thing is you're saying he doesn't understand it. He's literally looking at the information that's provided from YouTube's analytics to Social Blade. And if you don't trust that, you can do the math yourself. There's no disputing it. He's correct. The views to sub ratios on your channel are out of whack compared to previous years. Just own it. Like you're even saying that you understand why because you did it yourself. So own it and move on.
100% my fault that my views dropped. Because I
Great.
stopped making videos. Why? Because I got burned out on a lot.
Say it like 10 more times. And maybe then it will like lock in up here and your audience will lock in on it. Like 10 more times. Can you say it 10 more times?
Of the entertainment stuff. And I didn't have to make a video every day about something I didn't care about in order to get my ad read in and get my sponsor money because my audience was taking care of me. So I didn't have to worry about going, yeah, I don't really care about this thing, but I'm going to drag up a retarded article on a website on a topic I don't care about. I'm going to slowly read this article about this thing I don't care about so I can put my 60-second ad read in so I can get my $1,000.
So you were tired of the culture war stuff because you didn't care about it and you got burned out on it because you didn't want to talk about it. And therefore you stopped making that content because you didn't want to put yourself through that. It almost sounds like you were tired of talking about the culture war stuff. Let's run this back a couple minutes here, or a couple seconds, I should say. It's almost like you are validating what he is saying here because he says people are tired of the culture war stuff. And your response to that is, I stopped making videos because I was tired of the culture war stuff. Let's listen to him say this again.
In order to get my ad read in and get my sponsor money because my audience was taking care of me. So I didn't have to worry about going, yeah, I don't really care about this thing, but I'm going to drag up a retarded article on a website on a topic I don't care about. I'm going to slowly read this article about this thing I don't care about so I can put my 60-second ad read in so I can get my $1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so stupid.
You were burned out on the culture war stuff, so you decided to stop doing it because it's not worth it anymore, which again, fam, lock in on me here, is the claim that the quartering is making. He is saying that people are tired of the culture war stuff and therefore views are down on these channels. And Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers says, my views are down because I stopped making videos because I was burned out on the culture war stuff. So stupid.
1992 Space Movie says, pocket watching is gayer than my name. I used to watch the quartering a lot, but it was clear he only made videos for the ad read. 1000%.
That's true.
And again, I've known this for years. It's not really my business that quartering makes boring fucking videos. It's not my business. I've never sat there, and judged him on that. Make your money, do what you're going to do. But when you're going to bring me into this shit to be complicit in all of the fuck ups that you've had on your channel, then I got to respond. Then I have to respond.
Then
so,
you have
Jeremy,
to.
Quartering.
Your arm
You
is
make
twisted.
boring fucking videos. You don't know what you're talking about in said videos. You only make fucking content so that you can get ad read money out of them. The audience sees through that shit.
I mean, he's telling the truth. This is, again, I said when I started talking about these videos yesterday, I will give credit where it's due because I feel like it's important. He's being honest here. It is true. But the thing is that, Jeremy, you should, I mean, I guess friendly fire in this isn't good, but there are people that you associate with that do the same thing. There are people that hang out with you in your streams that do the same thing that quartering does.
That's why they stopped watching. Simple as that. Okay? That's just the truth of the matter. Sorry if the truth hurts. but that's the fucking truth. You called Rise of Skywalker Rise of the Skywalker. He didn't even know the name of the fucking movie. He called Gina Carano Gina Carano because he didn't know who the fuck Gina Carano was when he was talking about Gina Carano in The Mandalorian. You know he did. You can go fucking look it up.
Like Geeks and Gamers fell off, or Nerdrotic fell off, or the Quartering fell off. It's that this topic, like this culture world.
Why bring us into this shit? We have never had any heat or negative thoughts or negative words for the Quartering ever.
You had no negative thoughts, but for some reason you had a memory bank stored up of everything he's done. Right? Like, am I crazy here? Like, you've never had negative thoughts of him, but yet you had a bunch of stuff ready to go to immediately go in on him. He didn't pronounce somebody's name right. He didn't know the name of this movie. He's boring. All he does is advertise Rumble. Like, you had all these things ready to go the minute he made a video where he said something slightly inconveniently negative about your statistics. But you never had negative thoughts about him. He never did.
We have always had his back. Always.
Have you?
Always. Hey, he's been on F&T multiple times.
Okay.
This is completely out of pocket, bro.
Hey,
And for the people that are claiming I'm doing this to get more super chats,
You are.
let me clear that up for you right now.
You are.
You are 100% accurate.
Yeah.
If Social Blade data is wrong, then it's wrong by the same percent for everybody.
It's not that it's wrong, Jeremy. It's that you are leaving all context out.
There's no, what is the context? Culture war is dying. Views to sub ratio is down because the channels that focus on culture war are seeing less people tuning in for it. Then the additional context is you stopped making videos. And the additional context of that is you stopped making the videos because you were bored and burned out with all the culture war stuff. I would say he's got a pretty good understanding of what's actually going on. I would say it's a pretty good understanding of it.
All of it. So, okay. Do you know one thing that Gary does that Jeremy did not mention? Do you know one thing that Gary does? Let's look up Social Blade right now. Okay. Social Blade. See, Jeremy says, I know the numbers. I know that you don't know shit. And you proved it. So you go to Social Blade, okay?
Right.
And you look up Gary from Nerdrotic. Oh man, Nerdrotic. He's he's got this big fall off, right? Okay. Well, guess what? Did you look up his daily channel? Did you look up Nerdrotic Daily?
What difference does that make? He looked at the main channels. These are your flagship channels. If your flagship channels are seeing lower views, then why the fuck would he go and look at one of your side channels? Why would he do that? That doesn't make any sense.
Or did you look up Nerdrotic Live? Because Gary actually unlists almost all of his live streams. Once you unlist the live stream, do you know what happens when you unlist the live stream? Since the Quartering didn't want to educate anyone on this, what happens when you unlist the live stream? Anybody want to guess? The views do not count on Social Blade.
Because no one's watching it. No one watches it. That's why. Yeah, if you unlist a video, those views go away. Because no one else is going to watch it. So it doesn't contribute anything to the long-term success of your channel, which is what those graphs are. They're long-form charts that show you like the health of a channel. Why would you go to a live stream channel where somebody purposely unlists their videos and go, well, see here, he purposely unlists them, but he has no views. Why would you do that? That doesn't even make any sense.
That's right. The views don't count on Social Blade. None of them. So if, let's say Gary does a stream on his main channel,
Okay.
and it gets 100,000 views.
Right.
Okay. As soon as Gary unlists that video, Social Blade does not count it.
Right.
Social Blade doesn't count it.
So if you wanted to, you could easily pull up your analytics from YouTube and say, well, look, here's my analytics. Look at my graph here compared to Social Blade, because it's such a significant difference in viewership on my channel if I show you my actual YouTube analytics. You could do that. Any of us can do that. If I were claiming that somebody's assessment of my Social Blade was wrong and I wanted to show them that they were wrong, I would just show my YouTube analytic graph. Say, look at this. Social Blade's not right. But here he's just telling you how things work on Social Blade. It still doesn't dispute the point that Jeremy Quartering was making.
Interesting. I guess we didn't know that because the quartering didn't mention it. So you go over to Gary's daily channel.
Okay.
Look at there. 1.5 million views in the last 30 days. Did the quartering bring that up?
Why would he?
Did the quartering bring up Gary's channel having 1.5 million views?
I would love for you to have the same standard for when you cover stories. I can't tell you how many times I've come to Geeks and Gamers channel and they'll pull up an article, they'll read the headline and the first paragraph, and then literally not read the rest of it. Or how many times I've been to their channel and they've talked about news topics without pulling up any visual representation of it to show context to what they're talking about. Instead, they'll just talk shit about it. So what you're doing here is you are putting a standard on quartering that you don't hold for yourself without using another person as an example. So when you do that, that means that burden falls on you. If you don't uphold that that same standard and you're putting it on him, then you are literally just being a hypocrite. It's literally just being a hypocrite because you're not comparing him to somebody else's standard. You're creating one based on what you think he should have done, I guess, due to your own moral code, your own ethical code, but you don't do that yourself.
I'm guessing Jeremy from the quartering didn't give that context, did he? I'm interested why he didn't give that context.
Why don't you ask him?
I don't know. Interesting, I guess.
Why don't you ask him?
You would think he would give that context,
right?
You?
Right,
because
context matters so much to you guys. You're known, like Geeks and Gamers is known. Friday Night Tights are known for just loads and loads and loads of context, guys. They're known for that. They've never purposely left things out of stories or used misinformation to drive narratives. They've never done that. They've never done it. The reason why he understands what the quartering did here is because this is what he does. This is what he does. So he understands it. He gets it.
It's not. Nerdrotic Live, where he re-uploads his live stream, another 500,000 views. So that's 2 million views on 2 of Gary's.
Why don't you pull up the chart that he was using? Pull up the chart that he was using and then look at those views from previous years to where they are now. If he's being misleading, just pull them up, put them side by side and say, look, he was making millions of views back in 2023 and he's still making millions of views now. Show the exact same chart because right now you're still doing sort of what you were doing before, which is like you're trying to compare, oh, well, he's got this many views, but compared to what? What's the standard? What's the average?
Spin-off channels that he didn't mention. Why would he not mention that? Why would he not mention that Gary has 2 other channels? Why would he not mention that when Gary unlists live streams on his main channel, those views don't count towards those numbers that he claims is dropping off? Man,
it would be great if all of you guys held this standard for your coverage. It would be fucking incredible if this is the way you guys cover things. This to me is beautiful. Like you're at least putting in the effort to pull up multiple pages, to look at multiple sides of this, to try and add some sort of, like it's you're absolutely wrong. Like you're wrong. Your comparisons are wrong. This is really like you're comparing like pears to apples and poop to potato chips. Like it's all wrong. But the point is you're trying, you're putting in the effort. And I have to applaud you a little bit for that effort. Just a little bit. I'm not going to give you too much. Not too much though.
It's almost like he's trying to use Gary and me to build a narrative about his own failure by not adding the proper context. So I guess
just like when you guys claim that Disney and Star Wars and Marvel are all failing without adding the proper context. It really sucks when that happens, right? It sucks when somebody tries to make you look bad and they're doing it in a way that's misleading. That really sucks. Man, I feel so bad for you.
Yes, I have to do that.
Like
That's true.
Okay.
statistics,
Yeah.
data analysis. This is what I do.
Statistics and data analysis is what he does. Yet he leaves out massive pieces of context. Massive. Let's see. I stopped watching quartering over a year ago when I noticed his videos started to drag on and on. Speaking a whole lot of words, but nothing of actual value were spoken. And I am not going to watch a 10-minute plus ad read. 1,000%.
Man.
That's how it goes.
Man, you, like a year ago. So you've been thinking about this for a while. You've been waiting to unload on this guy. It's almost like you guys have a burn book of everybody you know. You mentally take notes for like when they turn on me, I'm going to be ready.
Again, I never, ever have said anything bad about him. And for him to pull this bullshit is crazy.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Um,
I think it's
now,
glorious.
I will repeat what I've said many times. He's always had my back. He's always had my back, like if I've needed something.
Keep saying it.
But Jeremy admittedly gets jealous of other people. He admitted to getting jealous over Benny Johnson.
Wow.
And he lashed out at Benny Johnson, and then he backtracked that and walked it back. The reason I have the friends that I have is because the people like Critical Drinker, the people like Gary, people like Ryan, all the people, Friday Night Tights, Open Bar, all of it. None of us get jealous over anybody. We're just friends, and we're happy when our friends are doing well, and we try to learn from our friends.
Right.
Nobody's jealous. And so jealousy on YouTube is a mega gay thing that I don't subscribe to. YouTube simply is a place where if you put the work in and you keep the grind up,
right,
and the audience doesn't lose trust in you,
right,
you will be fine. And
it's really funny to me that like you have all of these examples of how big of a piece of shit the Quartering is, but you claim that you've had no bad thoughts of him and you've never said anything negative about it. But you have all of this stuff just ready to go, right? Just rapid fire.
My Geeks and Gamers channel is a classic example of that. Because like I said, I personally, after not making videos for the past couple of years consistently, I have been pleasantly surprised that my videos are doing so well on that channel. Right. Like I said, so that one's got 115,000 views.
So well, look at the uneven views on this, right? 6K views for Kathleen Kennedy, 115K views on Nerdrotic. Then what is that? 50K views on Ryan Johnson, Kathleen Kennedy. It's very uneven, right? It's very uneven. Now, not every video is going to be a banger, but that's a bunch of potholes in a road. Like it's completely uneven. But okay, you're happy with it. I'm happy for you.
4 days ago, this one will pass 100,000 views. The Critical Drinker video is on pace to pass 100,000. We'll see how this one shakes out over the next couple of hours. But yeah, man, I've been very, very happy with the performance of those videos, and we'll continue to see how it goes. But I've got to keep on the grind. And now the Quartering, bringing my analytics into this, has motivated me. So now Quartering, make a deal with you. Check back in 3 months on the analytics of the main Geeks and Gamers channel.
But why? Because you've already disparaged the way Social Blade works, right? There's a lot of, we don't understand the context of the numbers. So there's a lot of shenanigans going on with Social Blade. So why would we check back on a system that is flawed? Why would we do that?
And I guarantee you, we will be at a minimum of 5 million views a month again. Check back then. Let's see if my channel actually died and it wasn't my fault.
Because you're unlikable and you're a cloutless fucking bum, unlike them, you see? So that's why you have to pay them to stick around, because you have no real friends, Jer. That's the real.
I wonder why Quartering didn't bring up, I don't know, maybe Josiah Rises, who's part of Geeks and Gamers, by the way. Let's see how Josiah's channel's doing.
Are you going to look at the chart?
Josiah. Man, 4 million views in the last 30 days.
Interesting. So here's the chart that he should be looking at, which is where you see how the views are and how consistent your channel is. And as you can see here, not very consistent. Not very consistent for Josiah Rises. This is the chart that he was looking at. This is the one you should be looking at. If you want to do good faith comparisons, you would look at this. Look at this fucking pothole here. Look at this. Look at it. This is not a good chart. It's not good. That's the chart you should be looking at, not just these raw numbers.
Why didn't he bring up Josiah's channel? Why didn't he bring up Ryan Kendall's channel? All people that are part of Geeks and Gamers.
So you wanted him to just roll through everybody.
So much for data analysis.
You wanted him to roll through everybody.
Interesting. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to leave it there. I definitely wanted to...
So in order to check on the health of Geeks and Gamers channels, you have to check on everything. Every person that's ever held each other's dick at the fucking urinal. You have to check all of them. Every single one of them. Because if not, then you're not doing your due diligence.
Address this, though, because I think it is incredibly hilarious to bring other people with zero context of the understanding. Other people that are cool with you, other people that have always done right by you, never had an issue with you, to sort of bring me in.
I just want you guys to understand, we're getting close to the end of this video. I want you to understand that this is not about whether or not the charts are right for Jeremy, for Geeks and Gamers Jeremy. It's not about that. It's about getting exposed by someone in their circle. Someone in their circle actually told the truth, and the truth hurts. And that truth now has spiraled through a lot of these other content creators where it's like, you're not supposed to do this. If you're on the right of all this, when you're in this bubble, you're supposed to only smack our asses. And that's it. Nobody else's. You can't do that. And when quartering decides, hey, I'm going to smack somebody else's ass for once, just for a second, these guys get scared. They get worried that they're no longer the main piece. They're a side piece at that point. And this is what happened. So it's not even about the fucking numbers. He could have said anything. If he would have said anything at all about these guys, like Jeremy Geeks and Gamers had an entire burn book worth of insults to hurl at the quartering.
Gary into this and try to basically co-opt us into your issues is
But what
is
difference does
pretty
it
shitty.
make? Like if he's not telling the truth, then who cares? Like, what is this, high school drama? Who gives a fuck? The amount of people that made videos about me saying things that are not true, and if I did a crash out video for every one of those, it'd be nonstop videos. The only reason you care is because he is telling the truth. That's the only reason.
And like I said, the thing that me and Gary have in common is that we don't spend 50% of our fucking video talking about how great Rumble is,
Right.
and how great our next fucking
Keep saying the
sponsor
same
is.
stuff
We
over
have
and over
sponsor
again.
reads here and there.
Crash
we read
out,
them,
crash
and
out,
we move
Bill.
on.
Crash
Jeremy
out,
literally
Bill.
turned his fucking channel into a platform to tell people to stop watching me on YouTube and go watch me on Rumble. 90% of those people said, fuck you, I'll just find somebody else on YouTube to watch. And then 10% of them went to fucking Rumble. And then you get put on the front page of Rumble and they make it look like you got people watching you. We all know that's just not how it works. So
We all know.
but we'll leave it at that. Hail to Kino Casino. Appreciate those guys. Glad I got a chance to cover that. It does feel like 2018 all over again, doesn't it? I'm getting fired up. Maybe we need to do a common ground stream again with me and all my haters. Ryan's going to shoot that idea down. Ryan is not going to go for that. So for the people that don't know that, so years ago, I did an open invite to all the people that hate me. I was like, I'll send you a link. You can come on and you can argue. You can fight with me. And we did 2 of those. They went like 8 hours apiece. And it was generally just stupid because all these people that talk shit on Twitter and talk shit in my comments, they would come on. They're like, hey, man, it's really cool to meet you. It's really cool to talk to you. It's really cool to be on a stream with you. I'm like, I didn't sign up for this shit. I signed up to be called racist and sexist. Come on, man. The fuck is this shit? Don't come in here and be nice to me.
Anyway, thanks, Katie did, for clipping this little drama. I don't know what's going to happen with this. Like, I don't know where this is going to go, if we're going to end up back here again. But I did want to do this one final video on this topic. And this is the early afternoon video, so you get another video from me later tonight. So you definitely want to subscribe. You definitely want to turn on notifications. And you want to be prepared because I'll be uploading multiple videos throughout the week. You never know if you're going to get a very long video from me, like a 2-hour video about Jester Bell, or if you'll get a couple of videos from me during the day. If you get an early video, there's most likely going to be a later video, so you will get something around 6 or 7 tonight. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback on this. But the cope session is crazy. The crash outs have been crazy. And we'll see if we get more than this. If Katie did catch us something, we'll cover it. We'll talk about it. Anyway, thanks guys. See you in the next video.